Hello, my name is Erin McCormick, and I'm an education specialist here at the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. So did you know that where I work is called away? We like to say whether you throw it, flush it, or recycle it away, we put your waste to work. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do a little recycling review for you. So first I wanna go over our 2-bin system here in Palm Beach County. So you can see I have bags. They are blue and yellow, and that is to divide up my recycling. I live in a condo. I don't have room for the big bins that people have in single family homes. So if you too live in a condo or an apartment that recycles and you would like to have some bags, you can call us at 1-866-NEW-BINS, or you can go on our website and actually request them, and they'll mail these out to you. And you'll also, if you do need new bins, maybe yours are broken or you never had any recycling bins and you live in Palm Beach County, you can also contact us at that same number, 1-866-NEW-BINS, and we'll bring you new bins. So first I want to kind of go over why we have 2 bins. So let's take a look inside my 2 bags. I use these all the time in my apartment to separate my recycling and then carry it out to the larger recycling containers out there in by the dumpsters. So if you take a look at my yellow bag, we're going to take a look inside, and it looks pretty clean in there, right? There's no residue or anything. It's nice and clean, and that's good because we want our paper to stay nice and clean. So I'll put that back here and then take a look inside our blue bag. So if you look inside there, you're gonna see that that is not quite the same situation. It is very dirty with a lot of residue, and that's because a lot of containers go into our blue bins, and that is basically the best visual I can give you as to why we have to separate our recycling. We don't want all of this stuff that's inside our blue to get on top of our paper, because once you contaminate the paper, once you put there's food grease or cheese and melted things and whatever all over it, it messes up the equipment once it gets to the recycling facilities. So that's why we ask that all our residents separate their material. And if you do it properly, it cuts down on production costs and that kind of thing in order to get that stuff out there and recycled to where it wants to go. So here's a bunch of garbage, right? And I want to know, where does it go? It's typically, these are things you're going to find in your recycling bins. So the stuff that we want that go in your blue bin are going to be any containers and such that have had food. So anything metal, so metal cans and aluminum cans. So these are steel cans and these are aluminum cans, and both are going to go into your blue bin. A lot of times people ask us, do we need to rinse them out? And we say, it's up to you, okay? I do rinse mine out because I don't want to put them in, here and leave them. Now, am I rinsing them perfectly? Clearly I'm not, because you saw what happened to the inside of my bag. So glass is another one that goes into our blue bin or blue bag. And I get a lot of questions about lids. Should I leave the lid on or off? Well, with a glass jar, it has a metal lid. So we ask that you take that off and then put it in here, all right? Because they're separate and they're separate materials. But if you have plastic bottles, they are gonna leave the lids on because they're too little, and they're not probably gonna make it to where they need to be recycled. They'll fall out, because if you think about it, it goes in your bag or in your bin, into a truck, and from the truck to the transfer station, from the transfer station to another truck, from that truck to our recovered materials processing, where it's all sorted and then recycled. Much better shot of these little tiny caps getting recycled if they're attached to the bottles that they came on. So they're gonna go in here. Okay. Now I have some products that, I'm not too sure about. This one's cardboard, and it had food in it, right? But it's clean and dry, and it's a cardboard, just cardboard. That's gonna go into my yellow, okay? Now if I had a carton of milk, or maybe one of those cartons that you use for, that have chicken stock and such in it, those, once they're empty, they're gonna go into your blue bin. I don't have any of those, or else I would show you, but those are gonna go into your blue because those had liquid in them. So it's a good rule of thumb, did it have food and liquid and that kind of stuff? Then yeah, it's gonna go in here. Egg carton, it's made out of that cardboard. It's gonna go over here into my yellow my yellow bin, my container. So I have a yogurt cup. This is a type of plastic. It's gonna go into my blue bin. So we do take most plastics in Palm Beach County. We don't take styrofoam and we don't take plastic bags. Styrofoam, we just don't have the equipment to recycle those. And plastic bags, we don't have the, or that actually messes up our equipment. So it gets tangled up in there and it shuts down our machinery. And sometimes we have to shut it down up to 3 times a day and put somebody in a harness and fly them over the machinery to cut out all those bags. So we beg you, please, if you use a plastic bag, to take your recycling out. So maybe you don't have a blue bag yet because you haven't ordered one, but you're going to do that. But if you take it out in a bag, please don't take that plastic bag and put it in there with all of your recyclables. You need to empty that out. And then that bag can either go back to a store like Publix or Target, and they have recycling canisters there where you put it in and then they will take care of it and recycle it. Or you can put it in your garbage because it's going to get burned and turned into that clean electricity. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up. We do have a couple more containers. So these are actually the same types of plastic. However, they will be sorted at our facility because this one has been dyed to be this nice orange color, and this one is translucent, so it's more in its natural form. And so recyclers want these different types so that they can recycle them. But we do ask you to please recycle these for sure. They are great to be recycled into new plastic lumber, that kind of thing. And then finally, I have my old notes. And for kids, maybe you have old homework, maybe you're cleaning out your bag, your backpack after the end of this interesting school year, and you can go ahead and recycle that stuff. All right, we want everything that can be recycled to be recycled. If you have any more questions, if I missed anything and you're curious about, please drop it in the comments, or you can email us, education@swa.org. Also, you can check out our website, swa.org/education, and that will give you a listing of all of our programs, the upcoming ones, the previous ones. We have old recordings on there. If you missed something and you want to catch it on there, you can. And it also will tell you what's coming up in the future. Please be sure to like and share this video with anybody you can think of that is not recycling correctly. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.